Hello children, how are you all? Children, in the last class I have explained you chapter 8 and today we are going to start chapter 9 from your geography book and the topic is weathering. Children, first I will read the portion from your book itself, the first paragraph, and you just follow what I am reading. The internal forces operating in the interior of the earth are described as constructive forces because they lead to the formation of landforms on the surface of the earth. Some forces also operate on the surface of the earth. They are known as exogenic forces. These external forces act on the surface of the earth through several processes such as weathering, mass wasting, erosion, transportation. These forces derive their energy from sun. In all these cases, climate act as a deriving agent. Now children, in this paragraph they are telling that forces are active. They are working, some internally and some externally. Some create landform, other create weathering. Now children, what is weathering? Now we will show you the picture. In that they have given you the here see what is weathering. They are telling you the meaning of the weathering. The weathering is the process of disintegration and decomposition of rock, in generally called weathering. In other words, weathering is a process of breaking down of rocks, that not its removal. It described as disintegration or decomposition of rock incised by a natural agent at the near the surface of the earth. There are various factors that control the weathering. Composition and structure of rock, nature of ground slope, climate variation and floral effect. These are effects that work on the weathering. Now what are the chief characteristics of the weathering? The weathering have various characters. Here we are showing just that I told you what are the agents of weathering. They are wind, glaciers, running water, sea waves, underground water. These all are causes of weathering. These lead to the weathering. Now I am going through the chief characteristic of weathering. Weathering involves disintegration or decay of solid rocks. It depends on climatic element and the characteristics of rocks. For example, the rock chemical composition, hardness and texture. Now there are other many characteristics. The weathering affect the surface of the earth. Weathering causes formation of the soil because due to weathering the rock breaks into pieces, and later on these pieces they break more, they become smaller particles and then they change to the soil. Weathering involve not one but several processes to cause disintegration of rock. Weathering change hard massive rock into finer minerals, that I have just told you. Children, there are three types of weathering. Now what are the three types of weathering that I am going to tell you just now? They are physical weathering, chemical weathering and biological weathering, that is given in your book. Weathering is of three types: physical, chemical and biological. And first we are going to take physical weathering. Now physical weathering is also known as mechanical weathering. Whenever you come across the word mechanical weathering, you immediately you will know that that is same as physical weathering. Both are same, physical or mechanical weathering. It is caused by the change of temperature due to expansion and contraction of rock breakup. Children, this is same, we will let you know afterward in detail. We will tell you. It involves rock disintegration without any change in the chemical component of the rock. Means it just changes the shape of the earth. It breaks the rock into smaller pieces. The chemical component remains the same. Chemical change does not take place. Weathering due to the change in temperature as is more rapid in hot desert. It is because temperature changes in the desert. Sometime it is in daytime it is very hot, night it is cold. So due to the expand and contract of the rocks, this happens. Now block integration, disintegration. This the sudden rise and fall of temperature causes expansion and contraction of the rock. Expand, grows, and contract, again they become smaller. Due to the continuous changes of the shape, the rock cracks. At night, the temperature suddenly falls, and during day, it goes high. This leads to tension and splitting of rocks, known as block disintegration. Then comes the granular disintegration, and the last one is exploitation. This comes in physical change. Now exploitations means sudden temperature changes, may also called fissures into which water penetrates. Now there is crack in the rock, and in that crack water penetrates. Water goes inside this. Water is a liquid, it can go anywhere if it finds a gap. So the gap which is created in the rock due to the expand and contract, cracks comes. In that cracks water penetrate, which in turn simulate chemical weathering. So chemical weathering take place. Most rocks are not good conductor of heat. The sudden contraction and expansion of the rock's outer layer known as exploitation. So outer layer is known as exploitation. Children, after some time when we will move ahead in this chapter, then we will tell you that how water which penetrates in the rock, what happens when at night it cools, they fill in the gap and freeze, water freezes. And when during the daytime the atmosphere change, weather change, climate changes and becomes hot, at that time this frozen ice again changes into water. This way exploitation, this is known as exploitation. Now this chemical change, it is also coming in the exploitation weathering, chemical weathering. This physical weathering, you see the picture children, and now we come here you can see the cracks in the rocks. In these cracks water penetrates. These are how the rocks cuts and they become a small pieces later on. After years it becomes a finer soil. Now next one is chemical weathering. In chemical weathering, some or all the mineral in the rocks suffer decay or alteration by such agents as water, oxygen, carbon or various organic acids. It leads to the decomposition of rock and mineral as chemical reaction transform them into different chemical composition. Now you see water causing a change in the chemical composition of the rock. So this way the chemical weathering you can see in your screen. Now in this children, there is oxidation, then carbonation, hydration and solution. So here we will read you, I'll tell you the various forms. First is oxidation. It means reaction of mineral in rock to atmospheric oxygen. The mineral that is found in the rock, they react with the oxygen that is present in the atmosphere. The rainwater also contains atmospheric oxygen. On coming in contact iron compound in rock, the iron starts rusting and crumbling. The color of the rock also changes to red, yellow or brown. This will show you that oxidation takes place. You know that when oxidation takes place, it turns into like rust. It turns into brown color or red color. That show you the presence of oxygen. Then carbonation children. It is a reaction of carbonate or bicarbonate ions with minerals. Then next one is hydration. The process of hydration is related to the addition of water to the mineral. So this is the few chemical weathering. And solution is also there children. It is referred to the dissolution of soluble particle and mineral from the rocks. So here are the type of weathering which is given. I have done the physical weathering children. Today we have finished physical weathering. In the next class I will take biological weathering. and chemical weathering we have done. Biological weathering is left, that we will do in the next class, and next class again I will explain you type of chemical weathering. Once again I will explain you. By the time you read the chapter, children, go through the chapter, and mechanical or physical or chemical weathering difference is given in page number 71. Go through it. I will give you the work, but before you do any written work, children, read the chapter properly. Take care of yourself. Bye then, children. Have a good day.